Okay, so what we'll do is, see, I'm going to take a star, so we'll put 20 here. Okay, so then what we'll do is, we will apply a color to this. Okay, so we'll apply blue and dark blue. Okay, and we will also turn off the stroke. Okay, so what we'll do, just we'll take a dark blue and light blue. We'll select the radial gradient and we'll keep the light color inside, dark color inside and light color outside. Okay, something like this. Okay, then we will change the shape a little bit, so it should look something like this. Okay, the shape should look something like this. Then what we'll do, we will duplicate the shape. Control C, Control F. What is Control F? Paste in front. Okay, so Alt to Shift and then just make it a little bit small like this. Okay, and then we will give it a green. Okay, dark green and light green. Okay, so the darker color should be inside. Okay, and light color should be outside. So it should look something like this. Okay, so we can actually make it a little bit small if you want. So then we will select both these objects, make sure that the stroke is off. Okay, we'll select both these objects and then we'll go to object, blend, and we will use the option blend options, and here we are going to select specified steps, and then I will just put the value 100 here.
Sir,
Yeah,
once again just show us where the blend option is available.
okay, just I will tell you. See here, just draw a selection around these two objects, and then you can select this like this. Shift to select and then go to object, blend, and here select the blend options. Okay, and then here we have to use the option specified steps, means how many duplicates you want. So I have put 100 and then simply click OK, and then again object, blend, and then select make. So you should get something like this. Okay, so now the next step is, see, the next step is I am going to go to effect. Okay, distort and transform, and we will first use the pucker and bloat. Okay, we will just put -23 here. Okay, just we will click OK. -23. We got a shape like this. Then the next step is we will go to the effect, distort and transform, and then this time we will select roughen. So we will just select the roughen, and what we will do is we will actually select a absolute. We will make the details 0. Okay, we'll select the option smooth, and then we'll increase the size. See here, see, put the size to maximum. So you got something like this. So you got a something like this. Okay, see here. So now what we'll do is, so we will just keep it here. See, I'm going to put this shape on a letter. Okay, so what we can do is, see, let me select an M shape. So how I will create an M shape? See, I'm not going to use the text tool here because we will be starting text tool shortly. Okay, but we will do one thing. So let us use a pen tool, and we'll actually select a black color, pure black color. Okay, and then we will turn off the fill for this, and then we will create a M. You can use any letter if you want, but we will use M. something like this. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll adjust these points. Okay. Right. So then what we'll do, see, I will increase the size of the artboard, Shift O. So I think all of you know this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shift O. Okay. So then what we'll do, we'll select this, and see, we will select this, and we'll also shift select this one. So we have selected everything, and then what we'll do, we'll just go to object, blend. So here we have an option, replace spine. Just we'll click here. So see, we got it like this. So actually see here, it's too big. Okay, too big here. So what we'll do is we will try to change the sizes of these stars. So what we'll do, just simply right click, isolate selected group. Okay, so that we'll go inside, and let me scale this, make it small. See, able to understand? Able to understand, everyone? See, we have created a letter M with this option. See, something like a furry. You can create something like some garden shapes or something like this. Understood now?
मैंने एक टेडी बेयर का शेप क्रिएट किया था, उसके साथ मैंने ये किया, रिप्लेस पैन किया था, लेकिन वो हुआ नहीं।
You use this method?
Yeah.
This method which I told you right now.
Yeah.
See, what you have to do, okay, I will tell you one thing. Okay, so we can also do one thing. See, we can actually, if you don't get exact shape now, you can use this pen tool, anchor, add anchor point, and we can add points. Okay, okay, let me actually show you one thing. Okay, let me keep it here. Will actually come out of everything here. See here. For example, let us say we have a S shape.
Sir, you increase the artboard size, no? You increase the artboard size, no? Visibility is very small for me.
Increase what?
Artboard size.
Okay, Shift O. Now it's clear.
Okay, sir.
See, if this shape is not actually sitting completely entirely on this path, let us say that this shape only came till here, till this point. So what you have to do to spread that? So you can add anchor points. Okay, let us see if we get the same problem. So I will just keep it here. Okay, so we'll select all these objects. Okay, so now we'll see whether we can do this same thing, replace spine. So see, okay, because this shape is able to actually sit on entire path. Okay, and you can adjust it by just going to right click, isolate selected group, and then you can actually make it actually small like this. See, so here we did not get that problem, but sometimes what happens is, sometimes you have to, sometimes the shape will come only till a certain place. At that time you can use that, say this one, add anchor point tool, and then you can click somewhere on the path like this. Able to understand? So something like this. See, so we got the letter S, and then we can do one thing, that is we can actually expand it. So means expanding means we are making it into a normal object. So we can make it into a normal object. See, go to object and click on this expand appearance. See, now it has become normal object. Now what you can do is, see, I can actually give some background color to this. So we'll just shift O. Oh, sorry. Just a minute. Back something. Okay. Come out of everything and then hit shift O. Okay. So just increase the size of the document. After hitting expand, what do you have to do? So we have to first do expand. Okay, object expand. Expand means, see, now the path is gone, only the shape is left. Now we will take a rectangle and then we will give some color to the rectangle. Okay, we'll give let us say we'll give orange color. Okay, and we'll use elliptical gradient. And if you want to adjust the gradient, what you have to do? Just simply hit G and you can increase it. Okay, and then we'll keep it behind everything. See, and then we can actually give it some drop shadow. How we can give drop shadow? Go to effect, stylize, and click on this drop shadow. See, so now we have given some shadow. See, we can keep only 50 here. Okay, then simply click OK. See here, you can see some light shadow. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
Go to effect, after that stylize.
Go to effect, stylize, and select the drop shadow.
Drop shadow.
Okay, drop shadow, and actually when you click on drop shadow, this dialog box will open, and in the dialog box, if you want dark shadow, increase the opacity to 100%. If you want light shadow, reduce the opacity. You can also change the, see, you can also move the shadow. See, your X offset is there, so you can actually move it. See, the shadow is moving, okay, but it's moving very slowly because it is taking a lot of memory. Okay, so that is why it is moving very slowly. So X means left right, X offset means left right, Y offset means top and bottom. So like that you can move that shadow. Okay, so this is the way. So see here, so we have created some nice interesting text. Okay,
But drop shadow effect is coming behind the letters.
yeah, behind only it will come. See, you can see drop shadow.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so what I want you to do is, okay, see, you have to this is your assignment actually. Okay, okay,
Yes.
see, you have to use the word, okay, garden villa. Okay, use the word garden villa. In this garden villa, you only try to, okay, only apply the blend, okay, the blend option on letter G. Okay, so understood now what I am saying?
Complete garden villa has to be typed and only effect has to be given to G.
What you do is first you have to use this this you don't have to use for blend. Okay, you have to use only this G, and G also, how you will create G? Using pen tool. Okay, create G with pen tool. Okay, and background has to be grass background. Okay, you have to take a green, or you can say, okay, you can put green grass background. Understood now what I am saying? So this is your assignment. You have to use G, okay, letter G, and you have to put the word garden villa. Now we will be shortly starting the text. Okay, so you have to put the text, and then you have to use the same blend option for this G, roughen option, just like how we use for S and M. Understood now? Right.
Sir, you once go back to that screen now, whatever we have created just now, M, letter M and S. The same kind of G letter has to be created.
Yeah, you have to put G instead of S, you have to put G, but the remaining text you have to put in normal, using the normal text option, type tool. I will tell you this type tool now, okay?
This background,
then
whatever
the background
orange color
has to be grass background, something like a, I will show you here. But actually you should also, text should also be visible, G letter should also be visible. See, grass background, if you type grass background, so you will get so many like this, see, something like this, grass. So did you see grass anytime? Yes, no? Okay.
texture, it has to be like this, sir. Background texture.
Yeah, background has to be this. Here you put G, see G. G has to be with blend, okay, and then ARDEN, VILLA. That should be normal text. Only G should be with blend.
Okay, sir.
Try to take some HD quality images, something 1000 pixel size, okay. Right. So in case you have any doubts in this, you can check my this video I will be uploading shortly, so you can check my video and do, okay. Okay, so now I will be telling you the type tool here. See, this is the type tool, okay. So where is the type tool actually? See, here it is. Okay, so here we have actually different type tools. Actually we will be using the first one and this type on a path tool, okay. So first we'll see how we can use this type tool, okay. So normally if you click here, some words are going to appear, okay. You can then remove that words, you can type your own text. So you'll just type say animation center, okay. Okay, so we will highlight. See how to highlight? See, you can see the cursor here, okay. When the cursor is active, just use shift and left arrow to highlight the text, and we can use a keyboard shortcut Control Shift greater than. I think I told you in Photoshop, okay. Yes, Control Shift greater than. See, so once you hit Control Shift greater than, the size will increase, right. Control Shift less than to decrease the size. Okay, then you will select the selection tool here, and then what is the next thing we will do? So we will try to change the font. So how to change the font? Highlight the text, and here we have a option to change the font. We will use impact, okay, impact, and I think all of you know what are the different types of fonts, okay. Arial, impact, Vardhana, Georgia, Times New Roman. So all these are the system fonts, and you can also get some fancy fonts from online. I think I also told you that. Yeah, 1001fonts.com. Okay. So now to apply some color to this text, see, highlight the text. See, here we can check the color. Okay, this is the actually fill color. This is not foreground color. In Photoshop it is foreground color. Here just click on that, and if you click, see this color picker dialog will open, and from here you can just apply a color to this. Okay, see here we can apply some color to this. You can apply whichever color you want. Okay, right? So this is one thing. The second thing is, see, if you want to apply gradient to the text, see, you cannot directly apply gradient. Okay, so to apply gradient, you have to expand the text. Okay, means you have to convert the text to a normal object. So how we can convert text to normal object? We can just go to object and just click on this expand. Just select the expand and then simply click OK. See, now the text is converted to a normal object. Okay, now the text is converted to a normal object. Now we can apply gradient to the text. So simply select the gradient tool. Okay, if the gradient is not available here, go to Windows, or you can hit keyboard shortcut
F9.
Control F9. Okay, just apply the gradient. See, now we have applied a default gradient. You can then try to change the colors here. So see here, you can actually give some linear gradient. We can give some different color actually. So see here, I have given a blue and dark blue. Okay, and then if you want to change the look of the gradient, okay, means change the direction of the gradient. So you can simply hit G. G is annotator actually. See, actually it is applying for each letter here. See, it's applying for each letter. Okay, it will apply for each letter, and you can change if you want to change for each letter. Okay, right. So this is how we can apply gradient. And if you want to apply a stroke to this, just simply double click here, and you can just apply a stroke. See, you can see one black stroke. Okay, and if you want to turn off the stroke, simply select the text and then click here. So now the stroke is gone. And then if you want to apply a drop shadow to this, simply select the text, go to effect, style as drop shadow. Okay, see, we have a shadow. You can see some shadow. So if you want a dark shadow, simply put 100% here. Okay, see, now we have a dark shadow. And you can also change the mode to normal. Okay, instead of multiply. Okay, see, now we have a shadow. So like this we can actually put some shadow also to the text. Okay,
Again, if you want to remove the shadow,
remove the shadow means you have to go back, Control Z.
Control Z.
Okay, only go back. Okay, we'll actually come back to the normal. Okay, see here. See, now we are back to the text mode. Okay, okay. When you have to expand, when you want to apply gradient to this. Okay, but normally, see, when it is in text mode, so we can see some more options here. So what are those some more options? Okay, see, some more options are here. See here. Here we have envelope. So I think you know these things. Okay, you have already seen these things in Photoshop. Arc shape. See here. See, you can keep it. You can create an arc shape. See, you can also use this bulge.
Bulge.
See. Okay, like this, and you can also use it with the combination of this horizontal distort. Okay, and vertical distort. See. Okay, so something like this. Okay, here we have another options. సునీత, మీ సిస్టంలో ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుందా?
కన్వర్టింగ్.
అది కాదు, ఏదో డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వస్తున్నాడు సౌండ్.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So like this you can see we have some nice we have applied some nice this warp text effects. Okay, so these are some things that we can do on the text. Okay, see here we can have this flag, so we can use this horizontal distortion, vertical distortion. Okay, these things already we have seen in Photoshop. So let us see what are the new things that we can do in Illustrator. Okay, so the new thing we can do is, see, we can actually put the text on a path. Okay, see, to put a text on a path, we have to use this type on a path tool. Okay, we should not use this first one. This is the normal type tool. This is, with this tool we can just simply type some matter. But if you want to put the text on a path, you have to use this type on a path tool. Okay, so before using it, we'll first create a path here. So we'll select the pen tool. We have to actually select only the stroke. Just select the stroke and we'll turn off the fill. Only stroke and turn off the fill, and then create a path like this. Okay, select the direct selection tool. Okay, so then we'll just use the type on a path tool, and then we'll just put the text on this path. See, like this. Now the text is sitting on the path, and now what we'll do is, we'll just remove the default text. We will put our own text. We can say animation training center. So something like this we can put. Okay, then what I'll do is, I'm going to select this direct selection tool. Okay, and I can actually move this text actually. See, if I want to keep it over here, I can keep it. See, if I want to keep the text on the right side, I can keep it like this. See, so you can move it like this. See, you would understand. And then once if you want to delete the path, you have to expand. So just select the text, okay, or select this one, and then go to object and expand. So once you hit expand, the link between the path and the text will go away. Okay, see, something like this. Okay, so we can also do something like let us create a heart shape. Okay, let us turn off the fill. Okay, so then I will just adjust it properly. So then what is the next thing we'll do? See, I'm going to select this type on a path tool, and then simply click here. See, now the text is now sitting on this path. So we can put our own text here. Okay, animation training center, Dilshuk Nagar. Okay, Hyderabad, Telangana. Okay, see, I have put the text on this path. Okay, so then we can actually expand it. Object expand. See.
Sir, how to create a shape into path?
Yeah. How to create a
Shape into path. अगर हमारे पास कोई shape है तो उसको path में build कर सकते हैं.
shape into path, you are saying.
Yeah.
Okay, means
Round shape है तो उसको path में convert करने.
okay, I will tell you. Okay, so what you are asking is means you want this circle to become a path. So you have to first select the stroke, turn off the fill. Okay, so then see this thing we will expand, actual object expand. Okay, and now actually this is a path, and you can cut this if you want to make it. You can cut this, select the path, select the point, and then here we have an option like scissor. See, you can see the icon, scissor icon. Just click on that. See, now it has become a path. Okay, but one thing we will do, just a minute. See, here we'll say ungroup and select this release compound path. Okay, and then 1 minute we'll just take a path. Okay, see, now this is the path actually. Okay, see, this is a path actually. See,
Now we can text on it like.
okay, so means you are asking whether we can put the text on a ellipse, elliptical path. Oh yeah, that's what. See, I was about to tell that one. I was about to tell the same thing. See, you don't have to do anything, means don't have to convert to path or anything. Just you have to take a ellipse and you have to just turn off the fill. Hold shift and select like this. Okay, and then you can just put the text or this one. Type on a path tool, just click here. See, we got the text on a ellipse. Okay, so then we'll remove the content and we'll put our own content here. Okay, 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 so something like this we can put, and then after that, to adjust it, you have to use this direct selection tool. See, with direct selection tool actually, see, we can move the text. Okay, if you want to make the text start at the bottom, and here also we can actually move it like this. Okay, see this one. See, okay, just see. So we have adjusted the text. We have placed the text. See, we can also do one thing. See, if you want the text to be little bit away from the path, okay, it is sitting, the text is sitting exactly on top of the path, but if you want it to move a little bit away, so what you can do is simply go to Windows and select the option character. Where is character? Type and select the character. See, here we have this character. So in the character, so we have an option here. See, what is that option? Set the baseline shift. Okay, set the baseline shift. What it will do is, it will move the text little bit away from the path like this. See, now the text is going a little bit away from this path. Set the baseline, and if in case you want the text to be inside the path, so you can actually see, you can put a minus value. See, so something like this. See, you put minus value, the text will be inside the path, but if you put a plus positive value, the text will be outside the path. Like this. And then once we got till here, see, what you can do is, see, you can expand it again, object expand. Okay, and then simply scale it like this, keep it exactly at the middle, and then see here, we can actually put one more circle here inside. So if you want to create a perfect circle again, you can use Alt and Shift and then create one perfect circle. Okay, like this. And you can actually apply stroke and turn off the fill, and we can actually keep it exactly a little bit inside. Okay, like this. So something like this, see. And then we can take one more, Control C, Control F, and we can actually keep it like this, Alt Shift and drag, see. And we can do one more thing, that is, see, I can actually use blend now. See, let me take a star. Okay, where is the star? Here. But actually we want only 5 points. Okay, because for star we will be having only 5 points. Okay, so then what we'll do, we'll give some color to this, turn off the stroke, just you will keep it over here. Okay, make it small. Okay, and then we'll take one more duplicate, Alt and drag. Okay, keep it exactly parallel to this. Okay, so once we have 2 stars, select both the stars, object, okay, object, blend options, and we don't want 100 here, we will put 20, okay, 25 we'll put. Okay, and then simply click OK, and then we'll just go to blend again, and then select make, and then we'll select this path, and then we'll go to object, blend, and we'll select replace spine. Okay, see. Now if you want the stars to be till here, okay, see, stars to cover all the entire ellipse, so we'll select this add anchor point tool, and then we'll just click here. See, now all the stars are equally distributed. See, so something like this. And then what we'll do next is object expand, so something like this. See, able to understand, everyone? So something like this. And then what we'll do is we will just take a duplicate of this, Control C, Control F, and then we'll keep one circle over here. Okay, and then I will take one more circle, Control C, Control F, and we'll keep it over here. Okay, so something like this. We can actually rotate it a little bit like this, right? And then see, we can create one small heart shape. So I think you know how to create a heart shape, right? Because we have seen even in Photoshop. Okay, then we can give some color to this. Okay, just keep it here. And then see, we'll do one thing. So A, will take the letter A, we'll use this A and T and C. Okay, ATC. Okay, ATC. Okay, so then what we'll do is, see, we will expand this. Okay, I'm going to expand this. How I'm going to expand this? Object expand. So then what I will do, I will make it a little bit fancy. So I will just take one rectangle tool, and we can give some color to this. Okay, we can just rotate it like this. So just try to adjust it properly, and we can take one more duplicate. Okay, we'll just select all these objects and unite. Okay, we'll select this, and then we'll just say minus front. Okay, actually it is actually a combined shape. Okay, so that is why it's not coming. Let us see, let us use this. Okay, let us use the trim option. Let us see whether it will work with trim option. See, okay, see, yeah, okay, see, we got some fancy shape. Trim option. Okay, so then we can actually keep it over here. Okay, see here. So we have created some simple logo here. And to make it interesting, so we'll just take we'll just apply some colors. Okay, so what we'll do is, see, first we'll start with the inner circle. Okay, we'll just keep it here. Just adjust it properly. Okay, right? So we'll give some color. So control F9. Okay, so just we'll keep it here. Okay, we'll keep this type of gradient at the center, and then what we'll do is, we'll just right click, send to send backward. Okay, see, send backward, and then we'll say Control C, Control F. Okay, we'll take one more, and then we will just keep it behind. Okay, send backward. See, here we will adjust it properly like this. Okay, so we will use first we'll change the color. So we'll give it which color? We'll give it blue. Okay, okay, light blue and dark blue. Okay, this one, and then we'll center, and then we will reverse the gradient. Okay, then what we'll do, right click, arrange, send backward. Okay, see, if your send backward is not working now, okay, you have to do it again. Okay, so the last and final thing is, we'll just take one more circle, and we'll see, for the stars we'll put a pure white color. See, white will be very attractive, and for this one we'll give a pure white stroke. Okay, see, you can see the white stroke. Understand? And for this one we will just give a pure red color. See, something like this, pure red color with white stroke. Okay, white stroke will always be attractive. Okay, and last and final, for this outer we'll take one outer circle here. Control C, Control F. We'll just make it like this. Right click, arrange, send to back. Okay, so it's pure back, and then we'll give it a orangish color. Okay, oh, I think it's applying to the stroke, so we have to apply it to the fill. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so try to increase the yellow coloring. Okay, right, and then we'll make it white only. Okay, white will be attractive. See, and to make it more attractive, we'll give some drop shadows also. See, just select it, and then we'll go to the effect, stylize, and drop shadow. See, you can see the drop shadow, but the shadow should be a little bit light. Don't have to keep a darker shadow. Okay, see here, for this one also. Okay, stylize and drop shadow. Okay, see, right? For this one also we'll give some drop shadow, and we'll give a white color stroke. See, able to understand? And we'll, instead of this black stroke, we'll give white stroke only, because white stroke is more attractive. See, and for this one also we'll give a white stroke, and but the background is white. So what we'll do is we'll actually make this background a different color. So what we'll do, just take one rectangle, so just create some color, turn off the stroke. Okay, so we can actually give some gradient. We'll give some okay, this type of color we'll give. Okay, we'll give green and something like a lime green. Okay, and we'll center it. Okay, and then we'll just right click, arrange, send to back. See, we have created a stamp logo. So this is called a stamp logo. Okay, so we have actually used all the options that we have covered till now. Okay, we have used blend, we have used pathfinder, we have also used the this text option, text on a path. So then what is the last step we have to do? So we will just put one caption here, just like not caption, the meaning here. So animation training center. Okay, so we'll just give it pure white color, that's it. Okay, something like this. See, and then we'll do the final exporting. So how we can do the final exporting? So we'll just go to the file, export, and we'll save as. Okay, and what we'll do now? We'll first export one in SVG, and then we'll export another one in let us say JPG. You can also export in PNG if you want. Okay, so first you'll see SVG. Okay, so ATC logo. Okay, so then we'll just click OK. We'll see the output. So where is the ATC logo? Yeah, here. See. So we got this logo. Okay. Okay, then see, it's very crystal clear it is. See, sharp edges are there. Okay, because it is an SVG. Let us see how it looks in JPG. So file, export as. So we'll save it in JPG, and we'll do the same thing ATC here. Okay, so this is this is JPG. So compared to SVG, JPG a little bit pixelated. Okay, little bit, but even JPG is also looking nice. But whenever you have to create logos, try to export them in SVG. SVG has very crystal clear edges. Okay, the quality will be preserved. Okay, so I will give you one assignment on this. So this is what? This is the stamp logo. Okay, so create a stamp logo. Okay, create a stamp logo. So the topic is okay, Southern, okay, Power Grid, okay, Limited. Okay, Southern Power Grid Limited. Okay, Hyderabad, and before Hyderabad we'll say Masab Tank Hyderabad. Okay, you can use Masab Tank Hyderabad, Telangana. Okay, India. Okay, so this is you have to create a stamp logo of Southern Power Grid Limited, Masab Tank Hyderabad, Telangana, India. Okay, so this is your assignment for. Okay, you have to complete and show me. Sunita, okay now?
Okay, sir.
So one more thing I will tell you here. Okay, so you can also add this option now. Which option the option that I am going to tell you. You can also add this option in your stamp logo. Okay. So what is that option? So that is envelope. Okay. So what is envelope? See, you can actually create a shape. Okay, you can actually create a shape and transform your text into that shape. Okay, means you can convert your text to that particular shape. Okay, so what I mean to say is, let us see. Okay, first I am going to take a rectangle and I will use this add anchor point tool to add some points here. Okay, and then I will just simply change the shape here. Okay. So now what I will do is I am going to take out text. I will type new year. Okay, we'll just type new year. Okay, so we'll just increase it. See, holding alt shift will increase it. Okay, and then we will use impact here. So you can use other fonts also. Okay, but for me impact looks nice. So then what is the next step we will do? So you can give some color to this. Keep it over here. Okay. See now, see the text should transform to that particular shape. Able to understand? The text should transform to that particular shape. So this is called envelope distort. Okay, so how we use envelope distort? Okay, see what you have to do is, see I am going to keep the shape in front of text. This is very important. This is the main rule. Shape should be in front of text. Okay, so how to keep that shape in front of text? See here, just select the shape, right click, arrange, bring to front. Okay, just if you click on that, now the shape is in front of text, but actually we don't want this fill color. We will turn off the fill color. We only want the stroke and text. So now what you do is I am going to select the stroke, select the text by holding shift, and then we'll go to object, envelope distort, and then we'll select this option, make with top object. Okay, see here, see. So can you see the change?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can do the same thing with another shape. We'll take one more shape here. So we'll just take one stroke, we'll turn off the fill, we will put some points. So we'll use a direct selection tool. So I will create one more shape like this. So like this. Okay, so then what I'll do is, so I will type one more text here. So we'll say carnival. Okay, we'll just type the word carnival here. So we can give the same red color to this. Okay, we can give different color if you want. Okay, we'll give blue. Okay, so again the condition is we have to bring the outline in front of, or stroke in front of the text. So right click, arrange, bring to front. Okay, so now we'll select the stroke, select the text, object, envelope distort, make with top object. So like this, see. See here. So we have created some interesting, okay. Okay, so we can also do one thing. Okay, one last thing we'll do. Okay, so that is, we'll just type the type this 2022 here. Okay, okay, So we can give some color to this. Okay, so then what we'll do is actually we'll keep it a little bit here. Okay, and then we will actually do the same thing here. Okay, so we'll actually create one rectangle, turn off the fill, and then we'll just use this add anchor point, and then we'll do one thing. Okay, okay, so then what we'll do, bring it here. Okay, so the shape is actually in front only, so you'll just select both the text and shape, and then you'll go to object, blend, sorry, not blend, sorry, envelope distort, make with top object, or something like this. See. See. So like this you can create some interesting thing using the envelope distort. And if you want actually to create a background, you can create. Okay, so you can keep the background completely behind everything. See. Okay, so I can actually make it a little bit small. Okay, and we can give some pure white color outlines or strokes.
Sir,
Yeah,
instead of this plain backgrounds, we can take any other background, sir.
gradient.
Not gradient. ఇంకా ఏదన్నా.
So what grade?
Hello?
What background you want? Yeah, you can put.
As you told,
Okay, you can-
glass
you
background,
can-
no, like that, we can take another one.
Means you can you want some backgrounds from internet, like this.
Yes.
Yeah, you can put
take
backgrounds. Something like, you can just put some backgrounds. See, we can use these things. Fancy backgrounds. See, like these things we can use. Okay, we'll use this. This is looking nice. So we'll just open it in new document. I'll actually save it. Wait a minute. So we can actually open it in Illustrator. So Ctrl X, Ctrl V. Okay, and then we can just simply keep it behind everything. See, like this. In case you want to reduce opacity, you can reduce. See, something like this. So for these things we can actually give some white color outlines, but we have to expand them. Okay, so only if you expand, you'll be able to give some white outlines. Okay,
And also drop shadows, sir.
yeah, drop shadow also, but before that we have to expand it. Okay, something like this. So see, to make it more interesting, one thing we'll do, so we can actually take a rectangle, we can actually turn off the fill. Okay, turn off the fill, and then what we'll do is here we can take this ellipse. Okay, we can give some color to this. We'll give one orange color, we'll make it elliptical color. Okay, then what we'll do, see, I can actually turn off the stroke. I'll only take this color. Okay, and then you just keep it here, okay. We can also actually make it rounded actually, see, like this. Okay, keep it here and keep one duplicate over here. Okay, so then what you'll do, select both these things, object, blend options, we'll put 50. Okay, then we'll just go to object, blend,
border.
make. Okay, and then we'll just select this one, and then we will select the border, object, blend, replace fine. Okay, see here, we can use this. See, you can just click here and then adjust it properly. Okay, see here, and then we can actually expand it. Okay, object, expand. See, some nice interesting background, and in case you want to reduce the opacity for this, you can reduce. So one thing we can do, so instead of this one, we can actually put the black background. Okay, black background will be very attractive, pure black background. See, it's more attractive. And to make it more interesting, see, we can actually take a duplicate of this, duplicate of the border. Control C, Control F. Okay, I have taken a duplicate of the border, and then can keep it like this, and then we can give some blur to this, as if it is some lighting. So we can actually apply a blur, and we can use Gaussian blur. Okay, see some. See, we got some blur. But if you think it's not so interesting, we can actually use a blend mode. See here, you can select the opacity, and then we can make it like using a blend mode. See, it is we have applied the screen blend mode. But if you want another blend mode like color dodge, see, and then now you can apply a blur. See here, so you can see the change. See here, now it has some extra lighting. Okay, able to understand?
Yes, sir.
See, we have created one nice New Year something like presentation, and just for more attraction, we can just use this rounded rectangle, and then we will turn off the fill, apply the stroke. Something like this. See? Right? Control C, Control F. Okay, one more duplicate. See? Right? So some nice presentation for New Year we have created. Right? So using envelope blend. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right.